Anna Pryor of Smart Money's here. Do you want to invest in Broadway? Well, she's saying, well, maybe not so fast. Anna? The piece came out a little while ago, but I got to tell you, I was fascinated by it. I can't believe there are people out there who still invest in Broadway.
Yes, it's not maybe the safest of investments. You could have, of course, have been one of the investors in Breakfast at Tiffany's in 1966, which had 4 shows and then closed. Didn't even actually get out of previews.
I mean, most shows close, right? What is the hit rate on a show that makes money? 1 in 5, you said in the piece?
Yeah, 1 in 5 can return, that initial investment. But what happens is you've got to recoup all those costs. You've got to go above and beyond the weekly running expenses, which for some shows can be quite expensive. I mean, you look at something like a Spider-Man, for example, which was what, like $65 million.
Right. They say it's profitable now, but that was an unusually expensive show.
Unusually expensive show. But it costs over $1 million likely to run the show from week to week, and so you've got to take that into consideration as well. But 1 in 5, you can probably make a return on investment. The problem, not necessarily a problem, but the thing to keep in mind, the entry point is pretty high. I mean,
well, for average retail, right? It's like $5,000, maybe $25,000 for a unit.
For a unit, exactly. Right. I mean, easily $100,000 for some. I mean, and maybe more and more.
So why do people do it? Okay, that was the thing. I'm reading this thing, and years ago, I remember friends of my parents. They got hooked into one of these things, and I remember them. I don't know. I think the show did okay, but I still don't think they made any money. Which is, this is one of those things where you have to get an absolute blockbuster to actually get a decent return.
You need a Wicked or a Jersey Boys or something like that. I'm sure the investors in Book of Mormon are pretty happy. I mean, they made back.
Right, but odds are that was because it was done by the South Park people. Odds are that wasn't open to like a lot of outside retail investors.
Exactly.
I mean, Disney is not going. When Disney puts on Beauty and the Beast or Mary Poppins, they're not going to mom and pop and asking for $10,000.
Right. Now, people invest in it. I mean, from the folks that I talk to, it's a love of the theater. It's a love of art. It's more about more than just the money.
Right.
But,
you get to go to the opening.
Exactly.
You get the hors d'oeuvres and the after party show. You meet the star.
And if if it does do well, then you kind of it's kind of like a feather in your cap of I helped this get off the ground, and everyone in America wants to see it or is seeing it. So I mean, you can't get into Book of Mormon right now. So it's it's obviously a pretty good thing.
I know the price of investing would cost you maybe 4 good tickets on a Saturday night. There would probably be the same cost as a $5,000 unit. That's how popular the show is.
Exactly.
Anna Pryor, interesting piece. Check it out on smartmoney.com on investing on Broadway.